So I started doing a full, thorough read through of the Bible. So I've actually, even with my background, being homeschooled and whatnot, I read huge chunks, not the whole thing. So I started reading it. So the beginning of the book, obviously you got creation of man, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. Tell me how I did not know that the third child of Adam and Eve was called Seth. And when I found that out, all I heard was, burn it down! And that is going to be our segue, folks. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATR is War, Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast covering everything from AEW to WWE. I am Sam Nisselby, future governor of NXT and co-host of ATR's War and ATR Rising Sun. Alongside me today is the man behind X Wrestling's Nostradamus, Scott.
Well, I didn't realize that was going to be the start to the podcast, but here we are. Now I'm all rattled. I know we got lots of tournament talk to talk about. We got John Cena's last two appearances to talk about. It's just going to be a full show. It's good stuff.
And joining us also is the third man, the man in black, the main recipient and the beneficiary of the Clone Ethan 2026 campaign that's coming to an end, guys. Whew. My main co-host from ATR Rising Sun and the current Bedlam Media champion, Ethan.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I did a Sabu. Yes, I've been gone for a while. It's been a while. God, how long was it? 3 weeks? I think that's my record. To be fair,
it's been a hot minute since you've been back. Yeah.
To be fair, we were off for one of those weeks.
That's true.
That's true. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're back, and I sound like shit, so I do apologize.
It is the season to get sick, so
it is -2 Celsius where I'm at.
You and your Celsius. I drank one of those today for lunch.
All right, Scott. Well played. Well played.
-2. Ugh. Gross. It is a little chilly where I'm at. It's 60 degrees right now. Definitely hoodie.
That nice. That is summer. That is summer here in Celsius.
Yeah. Well, if it's 69 degrees Celsius, you're pretty much dead.
Oh, we're talking Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Freedom. Anyways, I'm just gonna summarize what I said at the beginning. Actually, that's a fact. That wasn't me bullshitting, by the way. I found that out. I was like, wait a minute. How did I not know this? Anywho, guys, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, on Discord, X, everything. A lot of things, a lot of fun. It's the end of the year. This weekend, we got Full Gear. Don't forget to check out our short for that. We also have next weekend, we will be doing picks for Survivor Series. Following that, we also have Final Battle on the 5th. And is it Deadline on the 6th?
Also. Yep.
And then December 13th is the Saturday's main event, John Cena's final match. The goal is for all of us to be on that. Mm-hmm. So we will be streaming that. There will be a lot of onions. We're going to be eating a lot of food with onions, just so everyone knows.
It's true. It's true.
Also, I forgot final resolution on the 5th as well. Anything I forgot, Ethan?
And you two are going to be facing off for the Battle in the Bank.
That's right. We were supposed to have this back in July, but things happened, and neither one of us were available for it, so we postponed it to July. And
Ring of Honor had like 3 matches, so we said, "Fuck it."
Right? Yeah. So we couldn't even do like a guest thing. So yeah. So December, Sam and I will go head to head. We'll do the spin the wheel, make the deal for our picks, and then the winner will have until a month before WrestleMania to cash in to try to take the title away from Ethan. And then I think going into the end of the year, Ethan does still have a lead. I think it's 6. I have to double check the numbers. But Ethan still has a comfortable lead, but I don't like this. But as history has shown, I tend to get hot as the year turns over. So we'll see if that continues. But I will say Sam's doing pretty damn good. I think he has like 5 out of the last 7. He's had at least a point or some share or something. So Sam's he's not lying down this year. So I like
but not with NXT especially.
Yeah.
Which also brings us, if we're doing final battle for our Bedlam in the Bank.
Yep.
The final episode of the year is going to drop on, I don't know. I'm literally just thinking about it. Final Bedlam's coming up, guys, in a couple of weeks. Let's do this on the show right now. Do we want to record Final Bedlam? Or do we want to go live?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
By the way, Sam, I'll answer that calendar question in a second.
Let's talk about that. I literally just thought about it. I'm like, oh, we're just going to drop another one and go. But what if we did it live and people can comment and we can interact and make it fun? Not that we don't have fun on this show without you guys, but I think it'd be way more fun interacting with people. So
I think Sam's dropping hints, boys.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. Going live. It's what? Is it our
6?
It's our 6th Final Bedlam. So yeah, which is also wild in its own right.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, just right now, my top 15 20 match will be the first episode 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I do it in mid-December, I'm gonna kick myself if there's good matches towards the end of the month.
Yep. We'll have some bangers at the end of the year. That's
what happened. That's what happened last year. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my list now, and then literally Worlds, and I'm like, fuck. But the calendar, Sam, World Tag League Finals is September. What's December 12th, 11th, 12th. My head's foggy, so I'll think about that and get back to you. But sometime December. And there's a lot of shows too. So, but yeah, TNA Final Resolution is gonna be those two for Battle in the Bank, not Final Battle, because Ring of Honor takes forever with their matches.
Right.
Oh yeah, they don't announce it until like they go live. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Literally, they done that. No joke.
So, lots to talk about. Wow, we're recording this. We're running a little later than we want to, but I guess we have to stay on after the call then, guys, to discuss the plans for that. Like I said, Full Gear tomorrow morning. When the morning of Full Gear, we will drop our picks. So keep an eye out for that as well. Tournament season, like we said, World Tag League. Before I even get into World Tag League, I mean, we're talking about this. Ethan and I are probably going to summarize that in some point this couple weeks.
Yep.
Wrestle Kingdom. Expect the show because Wrestle Kingdom happens on the 4th. We're going to try to record it early so we have something for the new year. Keep an eye out for that. Biggest show outside of the United States going on. Some would even say it's the biggest show in wrestling.
It's the biggest.
I can't say outside of the U.S. because people are like, well, WrestleMania and the everything's happening in Saudi. I don't know. Ethan, this Wrestle Kingdom looks pretty solid.
Yep, I know it hasn't happened yet, but there's 4 pre-Ethan picks on there already.
Damn.
Have you know what? Before we get into the tournaments, because we got plenty of time to talk about things. Scott, are you familiar with what we have for Wrestle Kingdom so far?
For the matches, no. All I know is I think Takeshita is defending his title, but I don't remember against who. That's the only match. It's the only match that I know of. I haven't had time. I've been busy too, so I haven't had a chance to look and see what's going on.
I'll give Scott half a point.
Hey, I'll take it.
So we have holy fuck. Tanahashi's title match against Okada, bitch. Evil versus Aaron Wolf. Winner takes all match. Psycho Time defense strong women's title against Suri, who's the RWG women's title. Retire the fucking strong belts. Sam, say this with me.
Retire the strong. If you're not doing strong anymore, retire strong titles.
I'm tired of saying that, but we have to say it.
Save the world title match for the last because there's 2 more matches.
Oh yeah, thank you. Takeshita is defending the world title against Suji. Who's defending the global title? Suji.
Winner take all.
Winner takes all.
Suji, Ethan and I, we've been on the Suji train since he came back from the excursion. So we've been screaming from the heavens, G1 Climax winner or whatnot. Suji is world champion material. Taking on Takeshita, this is gonna schwitzing in here.
It's on here. Junior title number one contenders match: Desperado, Fujita, Ishimori, and Show. Yay! And as of right now, never Ovoid 6-man tag titles will be defended in some type of match. So, yeah, that was made this morning, by the way, at World as for recording this. So, or yesterday once this drops. But
Got it. But the Okada Tanahashi and then the Takeshita Tsuji match, I have a feeling Ethan and I are going to be coming out swinging after that pay-per-view.
Nice.
But by the way, Tony Khan, Triple H, I offer you 20 Canadian dollars in a poutine. How dare you? Didn't take it. If you listen to Last Rising Sun, you know what I mean.
Yep, it's been a minute.
Tony Khan took it.
Where do we begin? Do you want to talk about the Cena stuff, or do you want to leave that off and we'll talk about the Continental Classic at the moment?
Well, Continental Classic kind of hard because we don't know that. So Tony Khan had his media call today, as for recording this. Yesterday, once this drops. And he said that he's revealing the participants next week after Full Gear. I think he just wants to make sure nobody gets injured and stuff. So,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure
Which is good because having they've had him what? This will be the third year that they've had the.
Yep. Kingston won in 22. Okada won it last year.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, 23 was Kingston. 20 last year was Okada. So,
yeah. But both years somebody's been injured during the tournament, and they've had to get taken out. So let's hope that everybody is healthy, and that we actually get, the 10 people to have their matches and nobody gets hurt.
Because I like how they did last year where Juice got injured and then Commander took in. And it's like, see, there you go, alternates.
I mean, the alternates are great, but the problem is if the guy got hurt, if he's lost like 3 matches, then it's like, why would I want to come in and not have any wins? So it's like, that always irks me a little bit because I feel like the alternates should have had a chance to, I don't know. I feel like they should find a way to have the alternate have matches for him and not take on or absorb what the other person had. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know Juice didn't really, because I think he only wrestled Ospreay and that was it. And then Commander's like, all right, I'm coming. I'm like, you should really erase the Ospreay match.
That's what I'm saying. Just like let him have another match or shit. Let Ospreay have another match with Commander and see what happens.
Oh, that would have been an Ethan pick right there.
Right? I mean, yeah, hell, if Ospreay wins, then all right, then Commander takes the L. If not, then Commander gets the points, but Ospreay won't lose his points for beating Juice. So yeah, it might complicate things a smidge, but it's like I think like another example. Obviously, this isn't here, but like, didn't Ibushi get hurt in like the finals of the G1 like years ago? Yes. So it's like like what the fuck? Like I'm sure that match would have been absolutely balls to the wall if he didn't get hurt.
It was really good, and then he did a Phoenix Splash and then fucked up his shoulder.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bucci, he's somehow magically back in the gym again.
Yeah, because he's I think he's part robot. So yeah, maybe part Wolverine. Quick heals.
Yeah. So before we hop over to the other piece, we also have the women's tag title tournament going on for the women's tag titles. First and foremost, they showed the belts again this week. They look like the fucking men's belts.
They are. Just put women's instead of.
I'm over it. I just don't stop the WWE copying. Stop it. I don't care. Have a belt for every talent on the roster, but don't make them look the same. I want to shake whoever did that. The same person who I'm going to shake who did that to the WWE titles. Anyways.
Yeah, I agree with Sam.
Anyways, interesting. We were talking when the tournament started. There was a lot of people thrown together, minus the Sisters of Sin and like Ty J. Everyone else was thrown together. However, I like, and Scott, I don't want to date you or anything on this, but like, when, well, no, a lot of older tag teams where they were just like, we're a tag team, and they dressed the part and they looked the part and they looked like they were in unison. So this week, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa came out, and they both had like the detective like trench coats. They had the same like unitard, the same like shoes, the same. They had both had like a brimmed hat. Like, it was really cool. And I was like, for a while, I was like, I don't think this. I don't know who's gonna win this. But after watching these two come out, I'm like, yeah, I can see this.
I do like that. I mean, sometimes you can get the whole strange bedfellows things when it comes to tag teams and stuff. Like, I always like to say, like, the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Like, I think they're like one of the most perfect accidents that turned into one of the greatest tag teams that WWE ever had.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like these things. I was because I am far behind when it comes to AEW.
Yeah.
I was telling Sam before we started that the farthest back episode, because I've just been so far behind, is August 30th. So I am almost 3 full months behind. So life gets busy. Don't have a time to watch everything. I'll catch up eventually. I know Mark was actually just at Dynamite, so I will get to that match probably in 2026. But but I'll just say, like, I know that one of the matches on Full Gear is a stipulation match for the women's tag team, like their tournament matches later on, which I thought was pretty cool. But you have like the Babes of Wrath, which I think is a phenomenal name for Willow and Harley. And then you already said Sisters of Sin and the Timeless Love Bombs for Tony Storm and Mina. Major props for coming up with some pretty awesome names for the tag teams. And then, of course, you have Megan Bain and Marina Shafir. Like, you couldn't come up with a name? Come on, guys.
But that's kind of what I'm talking about, where I feel like, and this actually goes with World Tag League. I don't know if it works a little better in New Japan. But, like, I think I said this, where I just feel like you're throwing tag teams together. Even the men have always, for the most part, every so often they throw people together. But, again, like I was saying, going back to, like, the 90s or the 80s, where you Demolition, you got Legion of Doom, you had the Hart Foundation. They dressed as a tag team. They wrestled as it didn't look that there's too much. I think there's too much of this. Oh, we're just gonna slap you guys together,
right?
Hope it work.
Yeah.
And more so for the women, because I don't think women's tag team wrestling is like as I don't know why it doesn't get the rap it should. I've seen wrestle. There's obviously is it the Samoan? Those Samoans that were in
the Tonga Twins. Yeah, they were in what was it? Woman of Wrestling, like stuff like that. Like you had like Casey Catanzaro and
Caden
Carter. Like, they were a legitimate tag team. They were together for like 5-6 years. So it's like you had a few of them that actually did what they were supposed to do. They came up together. They were doing well. But for some reason, like, WWE just likes to slap 2 upper mid carders together and be like, here, be a tag team, like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So it's like, that's the latest one. And before that, you had Bayley and Lyra. And now you have Bayley and Lyra. So it's like, they're not really like they're I don't know. Both companies do this too. It's just like they don't understand how to actually have legitimate teams come together. They're just taking 2 single stars and being like, here you go.
The last one I think WWE had that I can think of, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, is the Iconics.
That's true.
Or even when you go to like TNA, Ash by Elegance, Ash, what's her name?
Ash, Heather, and him.
Yep.
Yeah, they all decided, hey, we're going to be in a tag team. We're all going to be unified. But Scott, I sent you the video of the entrance. If you want to take a quick peek, because I I was just like, you're throwing them together. I know they've worked together before, but when you see this, you're like, all right, this is a thing. I can, if this is what Tony, if Tony's in the tag division for like the next year and a half, I'm on board.
Right.
Because they had Ethan, did you watch Dynamite this week?
Yeah, I fished this morning.
Yeah, I haven't watched Collision yet, but
it's okay. You can
become Rampage.
Well, so we'll just tell it real quick. So it was a 3-hour block last night.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the 3 collision matches was oh my god, what the hell? I just want the unification match.
It was that the Mercedes Monet.
Yep, that one, that main evented. Okada and Dorada, and the other quarterfinal, the TJ one.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Megan Bain makes history, by the way. She's in 2 tournaments at the same time.
Nice.
Because she's doing the women's tag here, North America. Then she's going to Stardom, doing the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, which that's wrapping up in 10 days as we're recording this. So,
she get far, or is the tournament over?
It's still going on. And right now, her and her partner Hana go have 8 points, and they're clean sweeping the block right now because they're doing quarterfinals. Because it's weird, like they're doing top 3 because it's 2 blocks of 6, so 12 teams, and they're doing the first place of each block goes to the semifinals, like gets a bye, but the second and third place have to face each other.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I like when it's like red against blue, not like the 2 reds, because like we already seen it during the round robin portion. It's like I don't really want to see that again, kind of thing. So
a way that can work is if their match when they were in the round robin had like a screwy finish, or there's like a revenge factor or something. Like if you can make the story work, it makes sense to have that that second versus third place thing. But normally I agree with you. Like it's nice when they're fighting one another, or they're fighting the groups on their own separate, and then they go after the other side.
Well, that's like the G1, like me and Sam talk. Like it's like we already seen. Like I don't mind seeing it again, but at the same time, it's like it's okay.
Yeah, you want something new every time. Yeah, no, I get it.
But she went there, back to AEW for Blood and Guts, back to Japan, got to do Full Gear, and now gonna go back to Japan. I'm like, what a bet. Joey Janela said that she literally did Blood and Guts. That's an Ethan pick, by the way. I know Sam said that for me last week, so thanks, buddy. And then literally left there, went to the airport, and went to Japan. Now it's gonna come back for Full Gear. I'm like, holy shit!
Her travel miles are out the window.
By the way, Merchant Review wasn't supposed to be in the tournament, but because Penelope before got an elbow injury. So, but I feel bad for JJ. Honestly, I think they should have. I get it. Like you're protecting,
Marina,
Shafir, yeah, and Megan Bain, but I'm not fully mad about it. Not some people, because some people were like going crazy. But it's like I get it. I mean, it sucks, but honestly, you don't want to do 2 baby faces teams, so like that's kind of awkward.
Fair, but also I would argue that TJ is the original AEW women's tag team.
Yep. Because they've been teams since COVID,
Ever.
I think.
Forever.
So,
who knows? Sorry. Maybe they want to, you know how booking goes.
All right, well, I'm going to make my final. I know when me and Sam recorded Scott a couple weeks ago, check out that episode. I literally said Timeless Bombs and Monet, not Dina. I'm so glad I got the Monet part wrong, because she does not need any more fucking belts.
At 13, I hear.
Are you sure about that?
I don't want to talk about it. But thank God. You know who I'm going to say, and this might be an upset, and Sam, you said this before, Babes of Wrath are taking the titles now.
I said that. I said those two have the personality and the first. Love Willow and Harley Cameron. You could have some like mega powers like feel with those two, because every time Harley's on, I'm gonna hot take. Harley Cameron to me is like the female Orange Cassidy, where she's come in here almost as like a joke, and I'm like, no, I think there's some star power behind her.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to bring my Hey Yo song back if they win the tag titles.
She should be on top. Like she has a rock star feel to her.
No, I agree, 100%.
Her and Willow. Oh man, they should win the fucking. Oh, I got pumped.
I think they should. I think they should. Honestly, you deserve it. See, I popped saying with that one.
It's funny because we talked about this a while ago, and then I didn't realize. Oh wait, they are a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
It clicked.
By the way, I love the Baser Avenue. What a great name.
That's what I was saying. Like when I was talking about the tag match, I was like, I'm like, that's a great name. Like props to the teams that have made fantastic names for their tag teams.
I'll be honest. Out of the quarterfinals, my least favorite match was the Times Light Bombs Winter Riho one. Like it was good, but out of the four, if I had to choose my least favorite, it was my least favorite. And then the best one I say is probably, by the way, because her Karen Penn Athena. Oh, we lost a guy. He's getting a shot time Ring of Honor TV. So she might be a women's champion. Nice guy.
Dude, I don't know what happened. My internet's like, hey, bye. That's like, what?
That's what happened to me too a few minutes ago.
We're 2-0 right now, guys. Can we do a full sweep, full house? Let's hope not, because when I drop, I seem to drop for a while.
By the way, what I was saying is, guys, since Harley Penn Athena, she gets a Ring of Women's title match tonight as we're recording this.
Nice.
But yeah, put the TK, do the smart thing. Put the belts on Baser Wrath. Do it. I will give you a $40 Canadian if you do it.
Before we hop over.
Oh, Charlie Horse. Ow.
Ooh. That's
before we hop over, do we want to wait for John to talk about the Ariel Helwani Tony Khan interview?
Yes.
Yeah, let's wait for him on that. I kind of want to hear his thoughts.
Yeah, John was unable to join us tonight, but he had some opinions about that interview, and it will be. I think that's a good spot for us to have him speak on it. Depending on scheduling, obviously with Thanksgiving, things are a little bit different for next week. We'll see.
American Thanksgiving.
Yes, American Thanksgiving. So Ethan had his Thanksgiving last month, so Canadians always have to have everything first, but whatever.
You guys have Black Friday before we do. Shut
up. So to be determined when we get that interview talked about, but yes, I think we should wait for John on that one.
Oh my God, it's a kitty.
Yeah, it's a rubber. I almost had some really funny joke. I didn't know how to make it land. I was gonna go, yeah, they get everything first. That means, expect him to be off during Canadian Martin Luther King Day or something. I didn't know how to.
That's my birthday too.
Oh jeez. Ethan had a dream.
This one has been up my asshole.
Hey yo,
gurgle.
ATR out of context YouTube channel, so I'll make that.
She's like breathing. She's like, I'm like, you're sick.
Yeah. No.
Look at this. This is her. I'm not doing that.
Snuggling in. Yep.
I love you.
Are a Looney Tune. Yeah. Okay. So we will talk about that with John. John, you better be listening because we're saving that. And if we have to wait, you're next.
You just made the list. Just bring it back.
You just made the list, you stupid idiot. So I guess the question I have, we're going to go into our main topic for the show. After John Cena retires, do we all finally see him?
Yes, in a suit.
God, that'd be crazy. Now that he said that, I really hope that they do something like stupid to pay off that bit that has been going on for 23 years essentially. Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious. I don't know. But yeah, man, two shows left, not counting next week's NXT show where he gives the participants for the Iron Survivor, which to me I think is one of my new. Well, it's not new, but I think it's one of my top 3 match types in all of wrestling. It's so chaotic, and it's just, I don't know. I just really, really thoroughly enjoy that stuff. So we look forward to that. Obviously, he has his match against Dominic Mysterio, defending his newly won Intercontinental Championship. Mr. Grand Slam himself. And then, of course, on December 13th for Saturday night's main event, he will have his final match against the winner of the John Cena what the hell is it? The
Last time is now.
Tournament. So, yeah.
I
I think all the first round matches are now all done.
There's 2 left as we're recording.
Oh, that's right, for SmackDown. Good call. So,
I have a question, guys. Do you think he walks alone?
I just had a conversation about him today. We were talking about perfect endings to things. And they had asked me this question, if this is actually the end for Cena or if he would come back. And I said, for anybody else, I'm looking at you, Ric Flair, I would say no. Because they always find a way to sneak in somewhere and have another match, another final match, or another final run. With Cena, and I used Batista as, an example before him. We have not seen Batista since that WrestleMania match. I don't even think he's shown up just to be there. Nothing. He's just gone into the wind. He had his perfect ending. He finally put over the young upstart Triple H, and then he went on his way back to Hollywood. I feel like Cena's the same way. I feel like he'll probably lose to whoever the winner is. As much as I love that Gunther got his old theme back, I really do not want Gunther and Cena to be the final match. There are still people that somehow say that Joe Hendry is going to be his final match. Now I said his name; he's going to appear somewhere. I have to be worried. I feel like people are saying that they're still going to find a way to sneak him in this, unless somebody gets injured. Maybe he's an alternate. I don't know. We talked about that when it comes to tournaments, so who knows? Anything is possible. But yeah. I want it to be somebody less established. I loved the fact that we got Zack Ryder back. I loved the fact that we got Dolph Ziggler back. I don't know if either of them have actually signed contracts or if this was a one-off thing and they'll go back to TNA under their normal names over there. So those were fun. I'm glad that Joe wasn't in this tournament, but I'm also sad that he kind of wasn't. I love that they had Javon Evans in there. I feel like there should have been another NXT person in there. But they also fed Javon Evans to a returning Gunther. So I don't know. I'm enjoying the matches so far. Yeah, I'm just excited to see who that last person is. I'm kind of hoping, and I know I talked about having a talent face Cena. But if Cena's still the IC champ when it comes to Saturday night's main event, I'd love for him to go against Sheamus, and then Sheamus winning and finally becoming his own, Grand Slam champion.
You know what's funny, Scott? You know how his last match, December 13th.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened also on that day?
What?
Sheamus beat him to win the WWE title.
Oh, look at that! It's like it's written in the stars. Yes, I was like just throwing that out there. The little old school WrestleMania theme. Here you go.
Did we run down the brackets and like my reigns for the first round? Okay,
go ahead.
So we have Rusev for Priest. Rusev won that one, 6 out of 10. Nakamura, Sheamus, 6 out of 10. That was on Raw, November 10th.
Mm-hmm.
On SmackDown, Jey Uso versus Miz, 5 out of 10. That was
Miz should have won that, but I think.
Thank you. Mr. Eat Man did not need that. Anyway, speaking of Zack Ryder, him versus LA Knight, I'm glad actually LA Knight won that one. That's a 6 out of 10. Got the first one. That's my match of the tournament, 9 out of 10. That rule.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And speaking of Dolph Ziggler, him for Solo Sikoa, that's a 5 out of 10. By the way, it's funny because when he came out, he said this is for TNA. I'm like, quick, Cole, mention him. Or Joe, mention him. Mention him in TNA. Go. Never did.
Nope.
And then, tonight, as this drops, Braun Strowman versus Carl Hayes and Penta versus Finn Balor. And the only 2 qualifying matches we know right now is I can't get those reigns because it hasn't happened yet, so that's the only ones. Uh,
I think Penta and Finn might be a sneaky Ethan pick, pre-Ethan pick.
yes, pre-evening pick. Thanks.
Pre-Finn pick.
I think so.
And then the quarterfinals is the 24th. So the Raw 4 Survivor Series. Gunther will take on the winner, Bronze for Carmelo. I like Carmelo, I really do, but I want to see some meaty man slapping meat. And the only way I see Carmelo advancing if somebody from Team Punk fucks him over.
True, which I can definitely see happening.
Oh, look at that!
There we go. The trifecta, folks.
and then so same Jason's brother. And then Solo will take on the winner of the Penta and Balor match. I hate that we don't have a bracket. Honestly, it's kind of annoying.
I know. I'm like, where is it? Come on.
But I think it's gonna be Penta advancing out him and Balor.
Mm-hmm.
I would, Carmelo would be the one that, he's going up against Bronson. I just think about when Carmelo debuted in NXT and he did the whole ruthless aggression thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Adam Cole. To Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be a good, he'd be a good choice, but I don't know how the crowd would pop to that. I don't know. Granted, Ethan, if you listened to my episode 11 last week, I thought, and granted, we already have the first round, and kind of like Scott said, I don't know how this would even happen at this point. It would have been hysterical if this is how Jericho came back.
Does he break the walls down or Judas back?
Break the walls. Or Judas would be interesting, him bringing in Judas.
Judas would be interesting.
But could you imagine him coming out, winning, retiring Cena, and now his whole heel gimmick is that he was the one who retired Cena?
Yep.
He took him in his learning tree.
Oh my God.
Thanks, guys.
and all yelling at him. I'm like, oh no. Hey, he hasn't been on AEW since April, so
That's true. That's true. And of course now it goes back to that interview that just happened that we were waiting for John to talk about. But that was a hot topic. So I don't know. I still feel like if Jericho is actually coming back, he'll be a Rumble surprise.
I think he's a Rumble surprise.
And I would love that because this would be like Jericho is notorious for doing Rumble surprises. I think he's done it twice in his career. Remember when I read his books, he would talk about how those were the most exciting times because he was able to successfully hide, and like WWE did a great job of not like spoiling things, and nobody knew, and he was able to make a surprise appearance for the Rumble stuff. So I think that'd be really cool to be able to do that in probably his final run because he's getting up there.
Sam, we didn't get our final match of him and Tanahashi double nutch on each other for a double kick. Go back to that Rising Sun episode where me and Sam, I think, just made fancy bookings for like 20 minutes.
What are you doing with the fantasy booking episode?
It was right there. Come on. Oh, speaking of dirty, right quick. So the Hanky Tanky Panky Connection won the GC Tag Toss a couple weeks ago. I was like, yes.
I love that.
I put it into existence.
You did. You certainly did.
They challenged him, and then I'm like, please win, so I could say that on the air. And then they did. I'm like, cool. And then I got busy last week, so I was like, fuck, I forgot to send Sam.
Yep.
It's got. So I'm like, dude, I'll do it on the show. But yes, the Hanky Tanky Pink Connection did it.
So yeah, how much longer until they buy out Pro Wrestling Noah?
6 months. I give it 6 months.
Because I don't see them buying New Japan, nor do I see them buying All Japan.
I could see him buying All Japan.
You could?
Yeah. Not New Japan, though.
No. New Japan's not going to sell anything.
We'll have a Survivor Series elimination match.
Oh, God. It's the invasion all over again.
I look at New Japan and WWE's relationship like Nintendo and Microsoft like 20-something years ago. And I'm going to say this. Are you familiar with the fact that Microsoft came into the offices in Japan and offered to buy Nintendo years ago?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what Nintendo did when they had asked them about purchasing their company?
Tell them to join with the Kiss My Ass Club.
No, they literally laughed them out of the conference room. Laughed, openly laughed at them.
Beautiful.
I feel like New Japan is the same way. I don't think Bushi Road is getting rid of that.
Mm-mm.
I don't care
Yep.
how much into the dirt that New Japan ends up. It's been in worse places before. But it is also the most recognizable wrestling brand outside of the United States.
Them, Stardom.
I almost count those two like hand in hand because Bushi Road owns both of those two.
Yeah, they own both of them. So yeah, I guess you could put And by the way, I'm glad Scott brought up the invasion because me and you got to tell TNA for a second.
Okay.
So I'm gonna vent for a minute. You give the title to Santana and you say fuck you. And I like Frankie. It's not his fault.
Right.
Disclaimer: I'm not targeting Frankie, but you give the title to Santana at Bound for Glory. And Scott was there.
Mm-hmm.
They take a month off. They recorded. Well, they did Open Fight Night, but that was from September.
Yeah.
Did you know? Because people are like, "Well, how does the title?" Because his match with Cedric was before he won the title.
Yeah.
Then he had technically one title defense. I'm
Yep.
counting that Ryan Evans match as a title defense because there's no contest, so that it counts. And then Frankie's, because we had the C team of NXT. This is 2001 all over again. And then Frankie cashes in and wins in 1 minute. LOL, TNA lives. Fuck you.
It was, oh god. I haven't watched the episode yet, but I've read all about it.
Oh,
because
shit, sorry, Scott.
no, don't even worry about it. I was fully engulfed in it. I was actually planning on watching it yesterday, but I got pulled away, so I wasn't able to. But no, I heard about the invasion. I heard about obviously Santana losing. And it was just like, why? So it makes you think, is he not re-signing with TNA? Because I believe his contract is up soon. Is he hurt from Bound for Glory and he needs more time off? He can't actually defend the title. I know that Frankie Kazarian had never won the TNA championship until last Thursday. So congrats to him for that.
6 Grand Slam, by the way.
Yeah, that's incredible. I have questions about if Nick Nemeth then still has.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So each one of them has it. Okay. All right. That answers that question then. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I was checking online because I thought he went dark for a while, but Santana's already talking about stuff that's going to be happening as of right now, as we record. TNA Impact is airing live right now. So
I'm gonna give it my early 2026 prediction. Santana signs to WWE.
I don't know if we talked about this last week, but it has been confirmed that Joe Hendry signed with.
No,
WWE.
you didn't, because it happened after you guys recorded.
That's right. Because this is how this works when we record on Thursday nights. Something breaks either Thursday later at night or Fridays. So it's a running gag at this point because it's been happening for 5 years as Sam and I have been recording this show. So yeah, so I know Joe is now officially with NXT. So that's great. I'm sure they'll still do the things back and forth because of the partnership. And as Ethan had eloquently said it, I guess the C team from NXT has shown up and attacked everything in TNA. So that'll be fun to watch and see how things happen with tonight's or Thursday's broadcast of Impact.
Yeah, we will see what happens there. But all right, guys. I think we covered everything. We were definitely hoping John to talk about the interviews, but we will have him on for next week. Guys, like you said, excuse me, Full Gear this weekend. Check out our picks. Let us know what you think. We'll be talking about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
Then Survivor Series as well. American Thanksgiving. It's busy next couple of weeks. So strap in. 2025 is near the end. But before we head out, Ethan, tell people where they can find you at.
Everywhere. Not sure. Twitter is wrestling_fanscore9, bison.net, pwmedia.com, Turnbuckle Time. God, there's so much stuff I do. The Above the Ring Twitter for the Japan stuff, which, by the way, sorry for the bomb I just dropped yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not done yet, so keep an eye out.
Nice.
Scott, where can people find you at?
You find me pretty much everywhere. Scotty J Stream. I cover the Above the Ring side for other things that are not Japan wrestling. Recently live tweeted one of the NXT shows. Probably depending on how things work out, I might do it for Survivor Series as well. Trying to get back onto X to be a little more active. Try to see if we can get our numbers up even higher. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And you can find me as the SOB Official. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X. I don't know why I just had a total with that. Find me as the SOB Official. I also host the Bedlam Media X. Fuck if I know what I'm gonna do with that at this point. It's been hanging around there. Big announcement. The Statman is back on X.
Yes, he is.
But he's not here to announce it.
I know.
So I'm like, this is big. Now we all have our names with the @ symbol on it.
Yep.
But we can't. But you can check him out. He does movie reviews under Lamped, LAMP''D.
Mm-hmm.
Go and find that. Guys, we're on all streaming platforms. Please make sure you find us, leave a comment, subscribe, tell people why Bedlam Media and Above the Ring is the podcast you're choosing and why they should listen to us as well. Guys, I don't know. We have our grand slam of all of us shit in the bed during this episode. We're probably going to be out of time. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.
Thanks, guys.